Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the cabin.
I feel like it should be like Clams and Moose. Mornings at the cabin on International Women's Day.
I'm surprised that they didn't actually make a new intro just for this wondrous occasion.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, but they should have, is what you're trying to say. Good morning, Sambake. This is Clams and Moose on the airwaves. First thing on this fabulous, kind of chilly Monday morning. It is minus 25.8 degrees out there. So if you're thinking you don't have to let your vehicle warm up that much, you probably should a little bit. Your vehicle will be thankful. But we're here with you for the next few hours, Clams and Moose. And if you aren't that familiar with us, we host weekly Northern Surf and Turf Wednesday nights from 7 to 9. And we decided to ask the boys if we could take over on International Women's Day.
We didn't ask. We hinted very strongly until I think they just, surrendered.
Couldn't say no. Yeah. So yes, we are here all morning and looking forward to bringing you some great music and even better banter than Wheeler and Lecter and Ollie.
I agree. So don't go anywhere. Mornings at the Cabin is brought to you by Aurora Ford.
Driving the North.
And the Yellowknife Chamber of Commerce, celebrating International Women's Day with the Trailblazers Symposium, all today and tomorrow. Visit ykchamber.com.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
I think we can do whatever we want because we are in the studio seats.
The hot seats.
I'm in Scott's seat.
And I'm in old Wheels.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good.
Feels pretty powerful.
We do have our mood lighting on here now, though.
Always.
I like it. Yeah.
Always. So we are here because it is International Women's Day, which is the 2021 campaign theme is Choose to Challenge.
Oh.
Yeah. And so today it's a global day that's celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women.
Choose to challenge. Well, and I like that theme. I mean, it's kind of like, if you've got something to say, then you might as well say it instead of holding back and letting it fester and eat at you. Or even just like, you know what, I feel like you might be wrong about this. Or even just like, here's some facts that I don't think you know yet.
There you go.
Yeah. Better
out than in. And I think that, being challenged is a very positive thing. It's the way in which you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which a lot of women don't really have that much problem with. But there are some people that are just kind of like, hey, I'm not going to say anything.
Yes, people are people. And I think that it does take some time, maturity,
to hear your voice.
To hear your voice and use your voice.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
We are loving this early morning sunshine. I will admit I was up before the sun, but it's so nice to just have all of that sunlight back.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, getting up this early, light in general is wonderful, but like, you almost feel like you're just that much more on top of things.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah. It was funny though, when I woke up this morning, I always just like reach over to turn on cabin radio to hear what the boys are saying, and there was nothing. And I was like, oh yeah, that is going to be me and Clams in the next hour.
Well, this is the second time that we've ever hosted the morning show. The first one was a year ago today.
Yep.
We hosted the International Women's Day, and then we did 90s at 9. And getting up for the morning show is just as stressful as getting up for an early morning flight. And we were just as, I think, maybe not as stressed as last year, but we had our system down. So like the deal is, the first person that wakes up, like sends the text message just to ensure, it's the buddy system.
Yeah.
And you beat me to it.
I did. I even beat you again this year.
You did.
Actually.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. Well, when Moose needs to be responsible, she can be.
Absolutely. But you're even furthermore like going into this world of adulting.
I'm going to be 35 soon, Clams.
You've never really been a morning person. And
Never.
and that's okay.
Not really,
You're
never.
Never. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's great. You can admit that.
Mm-hmm.
You're using your voice.
Yeah.
But when we went to Portland, the rule was, because I am a morning person, and so I wasn't allowed to, I think, talk to you before 10.
Yeah.
I think that was the deal. So I would just like lie in bed, look at my phone, read emails, and just wait anxiously.
Oh my God. Look at this. Listen to this. And it's like, Clams.
It's not 10 yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
them's were the rules. Sometimes, though, if you were ready, like, you would come before, you know, before 10, like 9:30. But yeah, anyways, and look at us now.
Look at us. I know Zena this morning was like, oh, it's so nice waking up early together, isn't it? I was like, I wish I could say the same. Like, yeah, no. Still don't want to be up right now.
But look at you. You are bright-eyed, and you got your coffee there.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
We are doing good so far.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Snow Castle opened up this past week, and they have a new book out. Did you see that?
I have not actually. Yes, I've heard of it. I've seen photos, and I definitely want to buy it.
Yeah.
That was written by Snow Joe, aka Ryan McCord.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Bill Braden did the photos. I can imagine that there were a number of people involved with the making of that book.
Yeah, I had no idea that they were all of a sudden just like, boom, we made a book, check it out.
No big deal.
Hey? Jeez, no, that's awesome. I'm going to have to grab it too. And check out this castle. Although I know all the reservations booked up because they do it week by week and they come out first thing on Sunday mornings and it's sold out for this next week.
Wow.
Yeah. And it is free, so I shouldn't say it's sold out, but all the tickets are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you do have to make a reservation to get into the castle this year due to COVID.
So you just have to be, so Sunday, you've got to be like poised and ready.
Yeah. But 9 a.m., I think that's when they open up all the slots.
Yeah, there is a limited capacity, but I think that I've heard that they are as the month goes on, that there's a possibility that they may be able to increase the capacity.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so fingers crossed, but definitely get on it.
Yeah, because you just never know, especially with this warmer weather that we are having, that it's been known to shut down early.
Oh, the last 2 years. Well, I mean, yeah, who would have thought the 2 years ago it melted and it had to close down early, and then the next one was the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what this year will bring. The castle is different this year.
Snow Buddy.
So it's still the incredible kingdom and play area for the kids, but there's no formal programming or inside and stage this year. So they're trying something different to abide by COVID and compromise. And I've heard amazing things and can't wait to check it out with my nieces.
Yeah. Zena's never been before, so she's looking forward to finally checking it out. She was never in town for it. Then it shut down early, and then COVID.
Oh my goodness, how exciting.
Yeah. So we definitely are going to check it out at some point for sure.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
I'm finally waking up here. I've been up for a good 2 hours now.
Yeah, you're sitting up a bit straighter.
Hey.
I see. Yeah.
Yep. I also got a massage this weekend, so maybe that's why I'm sitting up straighter also. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I know.
So we are here. It is International Women's Day. And
the theme is speak out. Right? Don't hold back.
No.
Same.
Keep on going.
Express yourself.
No, keep going.
Be one with your voice.
Well, that's kind of the message, yes.
Don't lose your voice. Speaking of voices, did you watch the Royal Special last night with Oprah Winfrey?
What do you think?
No. You don't even have cable. You don't even know what cable is.
Go on.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were interviewed by Oprah Winfrey last night.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like, it was riveting because they didn't know what Oprah was going to ask. They didn't know that it wasn't like set, like, here's the questions I'm going to ask you, like, be prepared or whatever. It was like on the fly. It wasn't live, but
Okay,
Still.
so Cole's notes. What were some of like the main fun facts?
Well, I wouldn't say that there was a lot of fun facts.
Okay, facts.
But like, yeah, they kind of cleared up as to why they left the royal family duties and whatnot. And yeah, a big part of it had to do with mental health with Meghan Markle, and they didn't want the same things to happen that happened with Princess Di. And I guess it's a good time to say, yeah, if you're suffering with a mental illness and some problems, reach out to get help. And that's exactly that was the best thing for their family. And there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. It was great. Anyway, if anyone is interested in the royal family, I know a lot of people aren't, but yeah, check it out.
I think
Oprah.
even if a lot of people aren't, I think people are interested in that couple.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? So the theme of International Women's Day is choose to challenge.
Choose to challenge. Yes. So use your voice. Don't just not challenge.
Use your voice like Meghan and Harry.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Clams and Moose on Morning at the Cabins, brought to you by Aurora Ford, driving the north.
Oh, you just did that on your own, hey?
Well,
I thought we were like,
I know. Well, I don't know what happened there. You were in La La Land.
I
still.
was ready.
Oh, sorry.
I'm getting really close to being out of coffee.
I know, me too. And I'm kind of like, man, we still have another hour and 45 minutes here.
Do they have coffee? Does coffee come with this gig?
Good question. Our producer is listening, and he's probably like, he's like, what do you want me to bring you coffee now? Is what he's probably.
And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to go check it out
Yes.
on the break and see.
We
what's over
will. Yep. So, Clams, are you a breakfast person?
there. Not at all.
Okay. See, we're the same. Me neither.
Not at all. If anything, I do not eat. My first meal of the day is lunch.
Yes. I have a little bit of fruit sometimes.
I see you brought a banana.
Yeah, and an orange. Yeah. And that's what usually ties me over to like lunchtime too. Yeah. And the coffee, that's like a meal in itself, I feel like.
Oh,
Right?
agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do like my fruit in the morning, I won't lie. I've been really addicted to grapefruits these days.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you put sugar on them?
No. Come on.
Never.
If you're going to eat fruit, you don't add sugar.
Well, fair
like,
enough.
this just defeats the purpose.
But people do that, right? Cut it in half, put sugar on it.
Not this moose.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Mornings at the Cabin is brought to you by Aurora Ford,
Driving the north.
as well as the Yellowknife Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce is recognizing International Women's Day, which is today, with the Trailblazers Symposium, which will take place today and tomorrow. And what that is 2 days jam-packed full of virtual workshops covering many topics. There's some business-related workshops. Thank you. Thank you. The coffee again. Let's go. There is also, there's
A lot of great speakers lined up to keynote speakers and networking. I mean, that's what workshops are all about, is networking, meeting new people, sharing what you do within your company to find new people to be working with. And that's always a bonus with these symposiums.
There you go. Yeah, all of the information is on the ykchamber.com website. These sessions are absolutely free. So all you have to do is just go to the website and register. And it's that easy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Now is the time to better yourself and your business.
That's right. And the theme of International Women's Day 2021 is choose to challenge. So we challenge you.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin. Clams and Moose.
Brought to you by
Aurora Ford.
Driving the North. All over the North.
All over.
All over. We are here enjoying doing this morning radio news show with you. We are here for another hour or two as well, if you guys want to stick around and listen to some 90s at 9. And it's exactly what it says. It's music from the 90s, and we love it. And Scott graciously let us take over for him today to do that show. So if you haven't had enough clams and moose in your day, you are lucky because you still have another hour and 15 minutes with us.
Make sure you stick around.
Do not go anywhere. This next track that I've got lined up, I found her a couple weeks ago, and I was looking for some artists who we lost in 2020, and she is just a humdinger. She'll get you moving and dancing, and just a fabulous song and artist that I found and really stoked to, and I haven't been able to stop listening to her.
Does humdinger, is that a positive thing? Because I mean, I don't know. We'll have to look this up, but humdinger kind of is like a dang, like darn.
No, it's like a humdinger, like a home run.
Like I get what you're saying for sure, but I don't know if that's the right humdinger. I guess whatever to you, if that's what that is, then that's what it is.
Well, yeah, we'll have to look this one up.
You've tuned in to Mornings at the Cabin, brought to you by Aurora Ford,
driving the north,
and the Yellowknife Chamber of Commerce, who is celebrating International Women's Day with putting on an amazing symposium called the Trailblazer Symposium, taking place all day today and tomorrow. Visit ykchamber.com for more details. So,
humdinger.
Humdinger.
Okay. She is a humdinger.
She is, because you know what a humdinger means? You were right.
Home run.
Home run, or a remarkable or outstanding person or thing of its kind.
Hey.
There you go, Moose.
Well, just the sound of it. Humdinger. That sounds like zero negative things about being a humdinger.
Mm-hmm. Or like, well, that's...
Maybe
I guess
a humdowner.
Like, I think I'm thinking like a humbug.
Oh, yeah. Well, two completely different words, but I can see what you're saying here.
Just being honest.
Yep. First three letters are the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there you go. A positive humdinger. You are a humdinger.
We are humdingers here on Cabin Radio.
Just a couple of humdingers.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.